All right, that is my cue. Hello, everyone. In this virtual world, we come together. Welcome to this Groundswell annual showcase. And yes, that is me. And yes, I am coming to you from Grand Valley's WGVU studios. So honored to be here. And next year, we'll all be together again, up close and personal. But this is going to be a fun evening. And we thank you, of course, for being here. Excited to see the work, of course, of the West Michigan students who protect and will protect our local environment. Here we are. Groundswell is one of 7 hubs of the Great Lakes Stewardship Initiative, whose mission is to engage students, of course, in community-based projects to enhance learning and foster the next generation of environmental students. All right, we move on to Coit Creative Arts Academy. Please, your name, grade, subject, and your project.
Well, hi, I'm standing in here for our teacher, Lisa Ryers. She created the kindergarten pollinator garden project this year. They did a lot about pollinators and native plants to prepare them for the work in the garden. They took a virtual field trip to Kids Food Basket and learned about why pollinators are important, what plants need, how to take care of honeybees, and they actually got to taste honey from local honeycombs. They ordered seeds and they did a lot of observing and recording of their findings, and then they incorporated weather and plant needs into their project. They did some composting in their classroom and they learned a lot about pollinators. So she said flowers have been ordered and they're hoping the students can continue to plant their flowers in the garden before the year ends.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jessica, on behalf of Coit. Very nice. Good work, as always. We move on. Here's the garden. How about you, Collins Elementary? What do you have for us?
Hello, I'm Karen Kramer. I'm a virtual 4th grade teacher with students from not only Collins, but also Meadowbrook and Ada Elementaries. So our project this year was virtual Groundswell, and it included also the 4th grade students at Collins. You can go to the next slide. So we started our year raising our monarchs virtually, and we all had them in the little cages, and I put them up to the Zoom every afternoon so that the kids could look at the metamorphosis and the growing of the caterpillars. And they loved it, especially with everybody having been inside and being inside. So next slide, please. We filled our year with virtual field trips. We several times had guest presenters from the landfill and the recycling center. We started a classroom worm compost bin. So the virtual kids got to watch it and the in-person kids got to fill it. Next slide. We also did salmon in the classroom. And the best part of that for the virtual kids was we had a salmon cam that was featured in our daily Zoom. So every day they could watch the salmon going by while we were Zooming. And then we had a recorded release because we weren't allowed to get together. Some of our other virtual field trips taught us about watersheds. We had Eileen come in and help us learn about our local watershed, but we also took advantage of the Nature at School presentations from the DNR. And we learned a lot about Michigan habitat. And thank you. It was a great year.